This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1461 of Horse Tip Daily, your almost everyday morsel of helpful hints, useful facts, and practical techniques for horse folks. Brought to you today by Dr. Rose's Remedies. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today I'm going solo with a couple of ways that we use to encourage our horses to move around their turnout areas more. Even if you have a fat horse, lazy horse, thin horse, tall horse, short horse, it's good for the horses to move around. Nature intended him to move many, many miles a day in search of good grazing. So these are ways to help encourage him to do that. And we'll get right to it after this from Dr. Rose's Remedies.
Dr. Rose's Remedies Skin Treatment Salve and Spray are 100% all-natural products. They are anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. Dr. Rose's are made with all human-grade ingredients and are safe and effective for treatment for all manner of cuts and scrapes on your horse. And Dr. Rose's is the must-have product here at the Horse Radio Network headquarters to keep PT Scooter's delicate white pasterns free from dew poisoning and scratches. Ask for Dr. Rose's at your local tack store or feed supplier, or visit them online at drrosesremedies.com. That's drrosesremedies.com.
So here are 3 random ways I get my horses to move around a little bit more while they are turned out, particularly when you have chubbos. I use food dispensing balls. That's right. You just go out and get yourself your standard stall ball at the tack store, the kind that do not deflate when there's a hole in them. And that's part of the labeling, so they're easy to spot. Cut a hole the size of your treats. I like to use chopped up carrots because they're healthy and easy to do, no sugar added. Or you can use a treat of your choice, like a alfalfa cube or hay stretching cube. Cut the hole large enough so that the treats fall out easily. You can make multiple holes if you want to make it easier. The hole on the bottom of the ball is most difficult to get out. Holes on the sides of the ball are easier because that's the way the ball wants to fall anyhow. Put as many treats in there as you like, and the horse will find himself chasing it all about the paddock and moving. Another thing I like to do is make multiple feeding stations. Even if I only have one horse, I will divide his hay rations up into at least 3 places. Make each place at least 30 feet apart. I found that 2, the horse doesn't move back and forth very much, but 3, he wants to move around and see if there's something yummy in each pile again and again and again. And if your horse isn't prone to wandering from hay pile to hay pile, that's a way to teach him to do it, by putting something yummy in each of the separate piles of hay. A handful of tastier hay, for example. If your horse gets grass hay, maybe put a handful of alfalfa in each one, bury it in the middle, and he'll keep wandering round and round trying to get more of it and move around more. If you have 3 or 4 or 5 horses in a field, make 10 or 15 or 20 piles. Works pretty well. Also, you can use cross fencing or obstacles. For example, you may have heard of something called track paddocks. And if you can't go all the way to the track paddock, if you just Google track paddock, you'll find lots of information online. At least cross fence or set obstacles about. You can put something in the way of the hay pile, for example, have 3 or 4 sections of corral panel on one side of the hay pile, where will require the horse to walk around the panel to get to the hay pile, and then around the hay pile again to get away from the hay pile. Just reasons to move about the paddock, and they work pretty well. Something else you can do that's really simple and easy is get yourself some pasture-friendly feed or water tubs, the kind that are rubber with no handles, and place something interesting and yummy in each one of them and spread them out across your field. If you have a larger field, this works great. And the horse will keep going back and investigating to see if there's something in each one every time he's turned out, even if it's just a alfalfa cube or piece of apple. So those are some ways that we encourage our horses to move around their fields more. Hope this helps. Well, there you have it. Make sure to have all of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go by downloading the free Horse Radio Network app for iPhone or Android. Just go to your app store and search for Horse Radio Network. You can also subscribe via iTunes. And thanks again to our sponsor, Dr. Rose's Remedies. This is Coach Jen, and I'll be back again soon with another tip. So until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.